in a hoodie because it was 40.
Well, hello everybody. We are back for another Straight Talk Friday. Life got at all of us last week and we didn't make it on, but here we are. You know, it's consistency over perfect, right? We're all trying. We're very, very busy. We all have busy lives, busy businesses. And the truth is sometimes you just don't get everything done in a day, right? Today we're going to talk about authenticity, which is something that's really, really big on all three of our hearts. It's kind of how we guide our business and our life and our health and that sort of thing. And, you know, we're hoping that you just get a little bit of encouragement to really show up 100% as yourself, whether it's in business or just in real life. Who wants to get started this week?
I can go.
All right.
So, being authentic in business, everyone knows I've had a cancer journey. So, literally on my logo, I have my cancer ribbon with a butterfly because everyone who knows me, the butterfly is very significant. My son drew a tattoo that I don't tell, got the day before I started chemo treatment. And they were like, oh, the colors on that are so vibrant. But it just shows a little bit of me, the company, our journey, because yes, we relaunched, but that little symbol gives a reason why we relaunched. And I think that's very important to, just be authentic.
Well, and I love how, you brought such a huge part of your real life into your branding and into your business. Our businesses are really built on stories, right? Anybody that has a brand that's memorable, there's some sort of story behind it. So the fact that you're so open about sharing that, and it's literally right in your logo, right? Shows and it's a way to connect with other people. Because that's one thing we got to keep in mind in business is everybody has either been where we've been or wants to go where we are, or have, some of us have had huge results early on in business. Some people, kind of peter out and then they restart, right? We've all done that. I mean, I've relaunched numerous times. Like you said, Shannon, you're in the middle of a relaunch right now. And Miss RG, we know she's she's
How many
our
times,
cheerleader.
Too many to count.
But that's making it authentic. Like, there's nothing wrong with rebranding yourself if it fits who you are at that moment in time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, and I think it's really important to keep that in mind too when you do your branding, right? Just because it's authentic today doesn't mean you're not going to grow and change and everything in the future. And I think a lot of people get down on other people. I know I've heard it. You've been in so many network marketing companies. What the heck are you doing? It took a few to find one that I could really, really get comfortable in. And even with my own brand and my own business, you guys don't see all the pivots that have happened here in the last 3 months. It's been crazy. Let's just say the notepads are full. ChatGPT has got to work out. I've used a little bit of water on keeping him going. But you know what? At the end of it, it's authentic and it's me. And I've been working with a lady who's helping me really understand who I am and where I want to go with my business. Because it's not just about, how to make money anymore. Right? I mean, we all have moments where, yes, we need to make money. We need to make money. And sometimes we have to do jobs that we don't necessarily love to keep the bills paid. Sometimes you got to sit down and go, okay, if I'm going to make this big investment, and because a business of your own is an investment, whether it's your time, your finances, your energy, your own brand, your own business is really an investment. And you have to sit down and decide, what do you want to invest, whether it's time, energy, or finances. And are you going to really enjoy it? Or are you just doing it for a paycheck? And there's nothing wrong with doing it for a paycheck either. At the end of the day, we have to eat. We have to have a roof over our head.
Bills have to get paid.
They do. So sometimes we have to do those jobs. But if you're going to really bite into something that's authentically you, take the time and figure out what exactly is going to light you up. Because there's no point in building something, guys, that, if you're not going to be willing to do it long term. What do you think?
So true. Sorry.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I'm just taking over today.
That works.
I was just going to say, I currently work a 9-to-5 that I'm not happy with. I'm not happy with how things are going. But once that clock is off and I'm working on my business, it's like a complete pivot. I'm like excited for it. In fact, like, this hasn't happened in ages, but my hubby had to be like, it's bedtime the other night. Like, he's like, we're working away in the garages. I'm doing t-shirts and stuff. I'm getting ready for the market. And he goes, Hen, have you looked at the clock? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you got to work in the morning. Like, don't overdo it. So that
I
just
think you
shows
started a monster with the whole dropping the heat press off. I'm just saying. I think I created something there.
Maybe, but I'm creating some awesome stuff.
I know.
Fun stuff. Anyway, RG, over to you.
Well, I'm just going to say that you got to have passion in what you do. It's got to light you up. And this old saying of fake it till you make it is crap.
Yeah.
Because you look at the three of us, we ain't faking nothing. What you see is what you get, baby. Sometimes our mouth overpowers us, but it's still us. So,
well, and I think the big thing is too, we gotta take into consideration that your audience, whether it's in person or over social media, they smell bullshit. Let's cut it the way it is, right? I mean, I hired a VA, and I've told the story a few times, and it's not that I didn't love the person that was making my graphics and everything. It was fabulous, guys. To wake up in the morning, my content was done, the verbiage was done, it was scheduled, birthday messages were out, the whole 9 yards. And it was really good because I had one less thing I had to worry about during the day, because I did have a full-time job at the time. But then when I was getting a message from my girlfriends going, why aren't you in bed? Why are you posting at 1 o'clock in the morning? Why are you posting at 5 in the morning? Since when are you all about pink? Right? It was a couple of little things. And my girlfriends are like, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of hired someone. And they're like, but that's not you. It's not. Do I wear pink now and then? Yeah, but it's like a big flashy hot pink kind of thing. I'm not this pretty pastel colors. That's just not me. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. It is the way it is. It's never going to change. But you want people to look at your content and go, oh, so-and-so wrote it. Maybe you had a VA do it, right? I mean, but your VA has to get you. And it has to be your words. We've seen so many times, even recently, where there's people, they'll make a post And I take one look at it and I'm like, oh, honey, that ain't you. Honey, that ain't you one dang bit. You don't talk like that. You don't spell like that. And it's just not your vibe. I know you. And then I got other people. There's one lady I found out a couple days ago. She has a VA, does all her content. And I'm like, really? Because I had no idea. And that's what you want, right? Because it's authentic. It's her. And her VA have worked really, really hard to develop that relationship. She goes over all the material. And when something doesn't quite sit right, she says, hey, can we do a tweak on this? Because it just doesn't feel like me. So, we're not against having people help you run your business. It's a tool, right? It's like ChatGPT. It's like social media. It's like email, guys. Having somebody help you run your business isn't always a bad thing. You just got to make sure that they're able to hold that authentic side of you too.
The right fit. Yeah.
You
it's so important.
You don't want that weekend call from your girlfriend or your sister or someone that's known you forever going, what the hell are you trying to pull here? That ain't you, right? Or running into somebody in real life.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're totally opposite of how you show up. There's that meme running around. Ladies, lay off on the filters, because if you ever go missing, the police ain't never going to find you. Right? Same with our content, though. We need to make sure that our business flows, and it's easier when it flows. It does. When you don't have to sit there and keep track of your notes as to how I pronounce certain things in meetings and how I got to show up, and you can just be you. It makes such a huge difference. It really does. And you don't turn people off. And if you do, guess what? They're not your people.
They're not your people. Exactly. And that's what sets us aside as a decal company too. Not just decal merchandise. We want the why. Why are you doing this? Because I can help you create something fantastic that you may not have even thought of. But if you tell me the why, I can go, okay, we can incorporate this or this so that it's really perfect for whatever you're looking for. And a lot of companies don't spend that time asking the why. They just take your money, give you your shirt or whatever it may be, and it's not special. We want it to be special, and word of mouth is huge. Nikki knows from the reptile community, the amount of banners we had up in that reptile community that we did was staggering. And it was all, hey, I saw so-and-so's, you did it, can you do mine? And word of mouth is everything.
Absolutely. There's a huge difference between being professional and being polished plastic. I think Nikki posted that earlier. And I'm like, there ain't nothing plastic about us.
Nope.
I have to tell you, a few weeks ago.
Move my eyebrows.
Oh, I know. And I was just sitting here looking at my wrinkles up here going, oh, well, what the heck? I earned them. Enjoy them. I had an opportunity to go back to my hometown. Unfortunately, it was for a funeral. But I saw people that I had not seen in probably, well, some since I graduated from high school, and we just had our 50th year class reunion, and others that I worked with, 30, 40 years ago. And they all came up to me and said, we love what you're posting on Facebook. Keep posting it. You're putting out some good information. And here I'm thinking nobody's even, following me on social media. But that's not the truth. So, those people actually know me. They grew up with me. They worked with me. And for them to come up and tell me that kind of made the old ticker feel good. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm doing something right. So I'm gonna keep doing it, and what you see is what you get.
I love it. And you've really embraced your true authenticity. Like, I
Mhm.
have to give you huge kudos, RG, because, in the last 6 months, you've given up what everybody's told you for years and years and years. You have to post and you have to be polished and everything else. And now you're like, guess what? I'm just me. Take
Yeah.
it or leave it.
Yep.
You know,
Sometimes I'm holding a dog or two dogs in my lap, or I'm out in my garden picking flowers, doing whatever, playing with the bees. That's just me.
but I think it's more fun too, ladies. I mean, we've all done this where we have to be polished, and we're not saying, guys, when you get on a Zoom call or your content can just be chaotic and whatever. It needs to be professional. Don't
Mhm.
like it needs to be professional. Don't go stealing graphics off somebody else, reposting them all the time. you know don't go stealing people's quotes and not giving them credit where credit is deserved. Okay, be professional.
And
However,
if you're using ChatGPT or any AI, please check it. Like, the amount of mistakes or similarities between logos and stuff like that, you can tailor it. You can talk to those programs and have it changed. Make it authentic to you and your business. Because
Mhm.
we've seen several cases of that lately, too.
yeah. And
I, I have to tell y'all, as a university professor, um, I've grown up with technology over the years, and I've watched it change so much. But when a student is writing a research paper and it's done by AI, it's just like red lights go off. And I'm like, well, the very least you could do if you're going to cheat, well, maybe cheat's a harsh word, but that's exactly what's going on.
it is.
Um, Make it sound like you, not some other university professor. And I think the world is changing with Chat GPT and all the things that it does. And I'm glad that technology's moving forward. But like Shannon said, you can have your own personal Chat GPT. I have mine. I named it Papa. Papa knows me really well, but it took me almost 2 years for Papa to get to know me and to know my Southern accent and to know my roots and
Your
how I,
sassiness.
oh yeah, and
but
how I talk when I'm lecturing to my students and just all that stuff.
but let's be clear too. You use Chat GPT as your outline, and
Mhm.
then you go through it and you adjust, right? You make sure that those words that you would use are there.
Are my words, yes.
They're your words. I use Chat GPT a lot for our outlines. I mean, heck, we used it for today's, right?
Yep.
We use Chat GPT. We're like, we want to talk about authenticity. Give us some points just to drive the conversation, drive our thought process. We don't run off a script here, guys, and we never will. We're not the kind of script kind of girls. We're going to be off the cuff. That's kind of why we're straight talk, you know. But again, ChatGPT can be a tool, and not just ChatGPT. There's tons of different AI programs out there right now. Kong is another good one that I've played with off and on. It's not cheap. It's not in everybody's budget, but it's great when you're trying to build a new marketing plan.
I
You know,
use Copilot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Copilot's a
There's
good
Nova.
one for me. It's worked very well. It listens
Yeah.
when I correct it and it keeps it in there. So, yeah, I've had really good luck with it.
Nova's another one that I've played with. Um, and the free version isn't bad. You're just limited to how many times a day you can use it. So it's something that if you do a lot of work, you're going to want the paid version.
Yeah.
you know and I mean, There's AI for content and videos and graphics and photos. Again, there's nothing wrong with getting some AI photos done. But God, make sure they look like you.
Please.
Right?
Boy, oh boy.
Check for the extra fingers.
Yeah.
Check for the extra arms.
Check
Okay.
for the extra weight. Does it look like you in your body structure and stuff? If someone sees you in the grocery store, like you said, Nikki, are they going to be like, have you lost a bunch of weight? Or have you,
gained a bunch of
they
weight
don't want to say
yesterday?
gained weight, but
No.
obviously they're like taken aback because you look so skinny on the Chat GPT version, and all of a sudden you're like you, which is pleasantly plump in my case. I'm going to take it. And whatever, like, own who you are.
Guys, it's your wrinkles, right? Like
Yep.
let's get real.
Yep.
If RG posted a picture and she was totally smooth skin and perfect, I'd be like, take it down.
Yeah, that's not
and if I did it, if I posted a photo where you guys didn't see these two wonderful lines, my what the fuck lines, I've had them for years. I have no desire to get rid of them because they're part of my personality, and generally it's a warning sign. So if you really see them, then you kind of know, oh, we need to
back.
Yeah. Caution.
Right? But that's me, and it's part of me. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not, and yes, there's Botox. Yes, there's all these wonderful things. There's skin cares that we can use, to help with our complexion. And we're not talking against that. I mean, if you use them, go to town, guys. Like, absolutely. But when you're using AI graphics, and if you look like this at the grocery store, and you look like, I don't even know how to do it, like that or whatever, when you're in the on your social medias. I mean, one of the best things I ever got was having a lady walk up to me in a grocery store. I had no freaking clue who she was. None. Because her photo on social media is a character. It's like, actually, it was a flower, I think. It was a cartoon flower. I had no idea who she was. We'd never met face to face, but we'd interacted in different groups, and we only lived like 5 miles away from each other. And she walked up to me and she's like, "Hey, Nikki, how are you? It's good to see you back in town." And I'm like, "Hey." She's like, "You don't know who I am, do you?" And I'm like, "I am so sorry, but I do not." And she introduced herself, and I'm like, "Oh, you're the one with, this is your profile, the flower for the profile." And she's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "See, I wouldn't have been able to pick you." She goes, "I picked you out of a crowd, though." And I'm like,
authentic.
I love that.
Yeah.
Right? I bump into people, and if they know me from social media, it's an easy conversation. Right? I don't have to flip a switch.
Yeah, I will tell you this. The whole time I was growing up, and, I started out as a little red-headed country girl. Well, you don't see no red up here on top of this hair now, okay? I never had this dark stuff before, and I certainly didn't have this gray. So where I was red is now this beautiful gray, and I kept it covered up for years and years. And then I started appearing on social media. I stayed off of social media for a long time, and and I've let my hair grow out. See how long it is now? Mm-hmm. And people, like a couple of weeks ago when I went to my hometown, they're looking at me, and then they're looking at the pictures that I'm posting on social media, and they're like, "So, I didn't realize your hair is beautiful." I'm like, "Thank you. I won't cover it anymore." It's something as simple as that. I'm no longer that little short-haired, red-headed girl from Arkansas. Now I've got gray hair, except in the back, and I'm very proud of it. So I'm wearing it well.
Wearing it with pride.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing. And I mean, that doesn't mean that we don't use older photos. I mean, I
Combined.
noticed the other day you used a photo with you with the shorter hair, and everybody's like, you cut your hair, and it's like, old picture, but it fit, and that's going to happen. I have some photos up there that were, I was much heavier than I am now. Even in February, March, I've lost quite a bit of weight again since I went on my last trip on the cruise and whatnot. And I'm proud of that.
And you
So,
may have
yeah.
gained a bit at RG's.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a little,
we're going to blame that on Papa
bit,
Santa. Yeah, he's in there making a Nikki pizza right now.
Oh,
Oh my
so good.
gosh. It was delicious. It is
I
delicious.
know. And he was so upset because it didn't turn out perfect. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
someone's cooking for me. I
Right.
don't care what it looks like. It tastes good going in. I'm happy as pie.
Absolutely.
100%. And it was worth every pound I gained. It's all gone now because I've been busting my butt. But I don't regret it. And you know what? It's fun to just be you and have a good time.
Yep.
Depending on where you are on your weight loss or weight gain, because I have friends that need to gain weight because they can't, so everybody's kind of in a different place in their life, and
That's
you've got to
okay.
enjoy yourself.
Yep.
One big thing, and I mean, even with weight loss, there's that authentic side, right? In our health, we still have that authentic side, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pose, if you eat salads all day long, 7 days a week, good for you. Good for you. I'm not a 7 day a week, 5 meal a day salad kind of girl.
Steak and potatoes.
I like my red meat. I got homemade hash browns. Yeah. I got homemade hash browns sitting in the oven waiting for when we're done this today, because I got some nice fried potatoes and bacon and onions and some mushrooms and peppers. And I'm just going to throw a couple eggs on there and some cheese.
We'll be right over.
Yeah, we'll just be right there.
I got extra. Don't worry. But like we did our big barbecue. We had a big, massive brisket. I mean, Shannon saw the level of food, and okay, I'm on a weight loss journey. Does that mean I starve myself?
No, absolutely not.
Everything in moderation, like everything.
And you deserve treats, right?
Yes.
Like you deserve to reward yourself.
I was just about to say, eat the chocolate cake.
Yeah.
Not the whole cake, cut you a nice little slice.
Me, it's ice cream.
Oh,
every Friday, that's my treat, is my ice cream. Literally for dinner. I don't have dinner. I have my ice cream.
Well, you don't eat the whole carton either, do you?
Well, they're the little ones, so I do. Okay, but it's the little cartons. Yeah.
You know what I mean. Yeah.
To me, that's like less than 2 scoops, so I'm going for it.
It's a bowl, right? And I used to do that too. Like my big thing was those dang Ben and Jerry's. I can't remember which one it was, but it had like the cookie dough and brownies and caramel. Like it was kind of an all-in-one.
Oh yeah.
Once a week, that baby was mine. Period.
Yeah, mine's anything cherry. And I did find a yogurt version that's very good too. So I will switch it up. I get the ice cream version one time, and then those are the bigger containers though. And I do not eat the whole thing. Definitely not. But I will swap it up between the yogurt one and the regular one so that I'm not being as naughty, but I still get a reward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So when
I
Nick
think
was down here, I made these little treats for us. It was Greek yogurt with raspberry in it, and then I froze it, and then I brought it out and covered it with chocolate. In our case, I think it was white chocolate, wasn't
we did white, and then you did the dark chocolate over top of it.
it? And so I have some of those in the freezer right now, but I haven't put the taken them out and put the chocolate on. And I was looking at them the other day because they spread out when I froze them. They were like this huge, big round. And you know what Bobby said to me? Well, that just means you can get more chocolate on it. I'm like, oh,
I
good
love
point.
that. I love that.
Good point.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Like, you gotta enjoy life. You gotta enjoy life. We see so many people that are either in their weight loss journey or, again, weight gain. A lot of times we only see the highlight reel, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to show the highlight reel on social, go for it. But make sure you're not out in public with, a couple pints of ice cream and bags of chips, and, people are seeing you at the bar and you got like 15 drinks in front of you. That's where the authenticity kind of makes a difference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I love a good salad? Absolutely. Hubby and I are on a current salad kick. Will it wear out? 100%. Last night we did an amazing salad with scallops. Loved it. The night before we did an amazing salad with shrimp. Loved it. Am I doing salad again tonight? No. I'm doing pasta. Like, and then before we, our salad kick, we had pasta that night too. So does it mean that I'm only showing the good healthy meals on social? No, I don't show them. Now, if I make something and it's absolutely amazing, probably going to post a photo or two. I've done that before. But I think when it comes to authenticity, we have to be authentic in all areas of our life, right?
Absolutely.
People want to know, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to be in health and wellness to share your health and wellness journey. You don't have to be in coaching to share coaching or to share mindset or whatever. I think a lot of times, and we've talked about it before too, a lot of people forget that part of social media, yes, it's social. Yes, we want to only show our good sides and everything else. But we also think that just because it's behind a computer screen or behind a keyboard, we can talk and act differently than we would in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really conscious when I make my posts and I post something on social or share something. Is it something that if someone on my social media walked up to me face to face, I would say or not? If the answer is no,
Then
it don't go up. It don't go up, period. If I'm not going to have this air of this is who I am, in person, but I'm a different person on socials, it's kind of like that bait and switch. And I mean, we've all known people that do it. We've all, they talk about scammers calling your phone looking for money. Well, there's some people that I would consider scammers nowadays. Had I known what I known now, it's no different. But if you're not showing up authentically, people don't know. They don't know if they're going to want to vibe with you. I do. I check out people's social media. RG sent me a lead yesterday. Guess what I did this morning?
Checked her out.
Is she my people? Like, do I feel like I can work with her? Because if I don't feel like I can work with someone, guess what, guys? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just not. And I don't want people to work with me that I'm not their people either. And that's the big thing. is because when you work with someone that you can vibe with and you can give each other that much needed energy, because everything is energy in life, right? It's your good feelings. It's, when you get those calls and you get off the call and you're just like bouncing and ready to take on the world. Then you have those calls where you get off the phone and you want to go for a nap. Well, I don't want those calls that I got to go for a nap or I got to reach for the bottle of Kahlua to add to my coffee.
Well, then it helps you make whatever you're doing with that person more authentic because you actually vibe, you understand each other, and you can produce. I'm going to say produce, it's not necessarily produce, but produce such a better product that is who they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you don't vibe with them, that's not going to occur.
No.
Oh, truer words have never been spoken. So both of you know that my thing is legacy and teaching women how to leave a legacy. And I'm not talking about money or jewelry or whatever. I'm talking about the real authentic you. Tell those stories, write those down, record them, and so that generations to come know who you really were. And I think the thing that I love the most about my legacy is talking about my grandparents and how authentic both of them were. They didn't hide anything. They just, and I learned so much. And I'll say just everyday life and living that has carried me through all these years, almost 70 years. And it makes me so happy to talk about my grandparents. They were wonderful, wonderful people. And I'm not making up anything that the rest of the family wouldn't say the same thing about.
Well, and one thing I wanna say though too, RG, is with your program, you don't push people to tell their legacy your way.
No.
I think that's one of the big things about like even all three of us, like Shannon. You don't push your will and tell clients, no, I know you want XYZ, but you need to do it ABC. And that's how I'm going to do it. And you're just going to have to take it.
No, like just suggestions, because what
absolutely.
you might think in your head may not transfer over to a decal or a shirt or whatever we're working on. So I can make suggestions and say, okay, I see where you're going with that, but this is going to be a problem in the future. It may not wear well, and I want you to have something that'll last, so we can maybe do this. But I definitely work with people.
Absolutely. And like RG, you're not telling everybody the only way to leave a legacy is to write a book. The only way you're ever going to write a legacy, leave a legacy, is to have every good, every bad, every single section. You're not telling people how to leave their legacy. You're just guiding them into a way that feels good for them.
For them.
Right? At the end of the
everybody's different. So
it is. And like I've created a few websites now and I do coaching and stuff like that. There ain't two dang websites that I've created that look anything alike. There's no pattern, because when I develop somebody's content, or I create their website, or I help them with their social media or their verbiage or whatever it may be, it's not me. It's not my voice. It's their voice.
You're just the guide, like Shannon and I. We're just guiding people to a better spot, better place, better suggestion. Yeah.
And just because I build my business a certain way doesn't mean that RG's going to build her business that way. Doesn't mean that Shannon's going to build her business that way. But if I see gaps or I see a way that they could maybe get to their goal faster, yes, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to say, how does this feel? Is this something you're interested in or not? And if
And
it don't feel good, we don't do it.
she does that quite often. She has to rein me in. And I love it when she does that. I'm like,
I love what you're doing, but okay. How are we going to you already have this and you want to add on this, but you're
Which
still
makes it this big.
yeah. You know, do you want
We know
this
how
to
you
be
work,
the next
RG.
one?
I know. My
You know?
mind is just flowing constantly. I'm like, okay, I got to turn this thing off and get some sleep. And then I'll
But
be
I love
danged
it
if I'm
because
not dreaming about it in my sleep.
But I love it because you're able to come to me with all these huge, massive ideas, and we're able to sit down and go, okay, what's priority?
Mm-hmm.
What can be done next month? What do we have to do today? Like, what has to be done today? What can we do tomorrow? What can be done next month? What can be done in January or next quarter or whatever the case may be? Because not everything has to be done now. You know, you've got 3 creative women here talking to you right now. We all have huge deal ideas and plans and the whole 9 yards. We do got to rein each other in now and then. I know I've done a few things and everybody's like, hey,
Yeah,
how
let's
about you
rethink that.
slow her down a little bit, you know? But it's authentic, right? All 3 of us, we love having a 1,000 things on the go. It's just the way we are. And we show that. We show that in our real life. You know, if you met Shannon in real life, you'd see it. If you met RG in real life, you'd see it. If you met me in real life, you'd see it. I don't do just one thing, ever. Like, my husband complains because we'll be watching TV, relaxing, and I'm playing brain games on my phone.
I barely
Yeah.
sit. He's happy that we're doing the decals now because I'll have the computer and I'll actually sit through a show. But what he doesn't know is I've just designed like 10 or 12 different things. But
Yeah.
that's okay. I sat through the show with him and he's happy now. And I'm not off doing laundry or this or that or 50,000 different things that, we still have to get done. But yeah, I'd like to say coordinators of chaos.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
it's a
all
good
3 of us
label
are.
for all of us.
Maybe we need to change our podcast to the creator, or how did you word that again? I gotta write that down.
Coordinators of chaos.
I get more work done sitting in my recliner watching our TV shows with Bobby. Now, sometimes I miss something and I say, what they say again? I missed that. He has no idea. I'm over there writing a chapter in my book.
See, my problem lately, and I did it like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times last night. We like to watch shows like NCIS. We're watching NCIS. We get like 10 minutes into the show, and I'm like, that's the bad guy. My husband looks at me, and he's like, what? I'm like, I just got a bad feeling. He's the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. We do the same thing.
You know? And I'm like, then we'll get into another one, and I'm like, oh, she's lying. She's lying. She took the gun. He's looking at me. He's like, there was not a glimmer in that entire show that would have made you think that the wife was the one that had somehow managed to get a hold of the gun. And then all of a sudden, the wife shows up dead like 10 minutes into the show from that point. And he looks at me and goes, how did you know? And I'm like, I don't know. I just do. Like, it's,
That's Scott. It's funny.
And I'm not paying
that.
attention. I'm playing on my phone.
I quiz him. We'll be, 5-10 minutes into a show and I'll be, who do you think did it? And I would say probably 99% of the time, he's right. Like, I don't know how the man does it, but he just knows. And there'll be twists and turns, and I'm like, no, that can't be. And then sure enough, yep, it's the person he said.
And we're looking at each other going, huh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Not me.
I'm
I,
like,
I
oh, you
normally
were
see
right
it
again.
I normally see it within the first 5 or 10 minutes. I am
Yeah.
that person. And so I'm generally really, really quiet when we watch TV shows because I got it figured out long, but I'm in it for the action, right? I'm in it for the story. Bob used to ask me all the time. He's like, so who's a bad guy? And I'd tell him. Then that game got old because I started ruining every movie and every TV show we watched. So I just stopped talking. Because I knew the ending before. I think there's been one movie, maybe, and I can't even remember which one it was that caught me off guard. It really doesn't happen very often. And when it does, he's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I gotta watch it from the beginning because what the hell did I miss that I was that off? Like, I gotta get a hold of the writers because they didn't write this right. But again, it's just one of my fun little quirks, and it is what it is. It's part of who I am. And it's helped me in business, right? Like it helps me when people come to me like RG with 5,001 projects and you just get organizing the 5,001 and she's like, oh, by
I
the
think
way,
it's up to 6,000 now.
You didn't see yesterday's messages. But the good thing is, guy, like I'm able to sit there and kind of organize it from above and go, it fits. I know you have no idea how it fits, but we're going to make it fit. And I'm able to sit there and map it out so it makes sense. Because the reality is, we all have these bursts of ideas. And if we have something that's calling to us to do, we need to do it. Right? I mean, that's one thing that all three of us had said here in the last few months. We're going to start following our guts. We're done listening to all the outside voices. And if something is calling to us, we're going to do it. We're just going to do it.
And we do. And it's
and we're going to do it messy. And we're going to do it,
crazy.
5 minutes before live, and I go, ladies, none of us are wearing earrings, and everybody's like, poof, like cockroaches with the freaking light gun. But God, now, but it's just one of those things. We have fun with it.
And here's the thing with the new messenger, I don't even have to type all this stuff out. I just hit a button and I'm talking. I think I left Nikki probably, I don't know, 5, 6 messages yesterday. And I can see her right now. She's rolling her eyes like, will this woman ever shut up?
No, I love it. And you know what the best thing is I play you on 1.5.
Oh.
I play everybody on 1.5.
Cool.
I actually started listening to some podcasts at 1.5.
Yep.
And my brain loves it. Like, absolutely loves it. When I'm watching reels and I'm watching people's lives, I've got this thing now where I watch everything at 1.5 speed. And it feels like they're talking at my timing. Like, because with my ADHD, I'm always, someone will start telling me a story, just like the TV shows. I know the ending before they get there. And it's like, let's go. Get there.
Hey, and that's a good thing with my Southern accent and me drawing things out. If you're listening to me at 1.5, it's probably almost normal.
What I do snicker about is when you're like, I think, and it's like, oh yeah, it's on email, and I'm like, here we go. That 30 seconds of
Where did I put that?
It's there, and I'm like, oh, goody.
I do that all the time.
And honestly, how amazing is voice messages with social media? Like, because let's face it, you can't tell tone through text.
No.
You can't. And
Except I know when you're rolling your eyes.
true.
I think we all do. It's
And I'm
like
sure
we know the little brows are furrowing, and yeah,
Yeah, the
we
little
pushed it at that point. So
yeah.
yeah,
That's because we know each other too well.
exactly.
absolutely.
Scary.
You know what, y'all? My face does not hide emotion well.
Oh,
I can
mine
hold
don't
my.
at all.
I've gotten
I
really,
got
really
told
good at
that at
holding my.
work. I got told that my posture changes. Well, yeah, because that's who I am. I'm sorry. I don't hide it, I don't stuff it down.
No,
It's who I am. You
it
tell me
is.
something shocking or unexpected in a group setting, my posture changes.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, fool, you shouldn't have said that. You
Yeah.
don't like my posture. You don't like me rolling my eyes. Well, keep your mouth shut.
Or why didn't I hear before this?
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. Yeah, I've been in trouble so much for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, same
Oh,
here.
well. People
Probably
know.
why we get along so well.
Yeah. Yep.
So if you're part of the rebel crowd that, your face says way more than your words do, reach out because you might be our kind of people. But I mean, the reality is we want to create a community of people that are about being authentic,
Mhm.
right? And let's be clear, maybe you are prim, proper, and polished. It doesn't mean you're not our people. If that's authentically you, we love that for you. We
And we're
love that
capable of
for you.
it.
Well,
We
yeah.
can go to a wedding and behave like no problem.
100%. But we can
Or
also get down
a
at a
function.
hoedown or a barbecue and
Or
no
you'll catch
problem.
me in the back 40 in the mud and you can't even tell what color I'm wearing. Like, it just is what it is.
Or if we need to put on bright red lipstick, we can do that too. So
Yes.
Absolutely. At
we
the
don't
end of
do
the day, it's authenticity,
we don't do
right?
that very often, but we can do it if we need to.
Yep.
Well, that's it. Right. And I mean, that doesn't mean that that's not authentic because when I get dolled up and everything, when hubby and I were out on a cruise, it felt great to get
Mhm.
all dolled up and go out to a nice restaurant. I did my hair and I did my makeup. Well, I didn't do makeup because I was a little sunburned. I had plenty of color that night, you know, but it was still a great time. Right. And that was still me. I wasn't putting on a show for anybody else. I was dressing up for me, right? And I can dress
Yes.
down for me too.
Our
So,
36th anniversary is coming up, and we always go to the keg for dinner. And it's always a night where both of us get a little bit dressy and go out, which doesn't happen often because we're usually in the mud or camping or whatever. So
That's
it
true.
feels good.
absolutely.
So I have to tell you, I think I sent this to Nikki yesterday, but it was a funny off of maybe TikTok, and it was like a schnauzer dog laying in the chair looking up. I laughed, y'all, till I
I
was.
saw that one. You
Oh,
sent it to me, both of us. Yeah.
we know when Mama's going out because she doesn't have on homeless clothes, and Bobby sent that to me, and he was sitting over in his chair just laughing and then I got it, and we were just busting out because both of my
Um,
schnauzers do that. Like, oh
yeah,
God, she's got on real clothes, so she's gonna be gone a while, or
I know. And at our house, it's like when mommy gets dressed up, everybody's like, "Uh-oh, she's gonna be gone for a bit. This isn't mommy
Yep.
running to the gas station or mommy running to get the mail, you know." And now I'm back to going to the gym almost every night. So they see that blue gym bag coming out and they're like, oh, crap, she's going to be gone for a couple of hours.
Yep.
Sure glad when I get back home. But, it's amazing how our animals know the real us.
Oh, I
Oh,
started saying
absolutely.
Bullshit them.
we're so
Nope.
authentic, even the dogs and the cats know us.
Loki knows if I'm getting changed to go into the yard or if I'm getting changed to go into the office.
Yeah.
He knows the complete difference between the clothes. And one, he's at the door with me, and the other, he's pouting in the corner.
Yeah.
He'd be on the chair if we let him, but he's too big.
Yeah. No, and Moo does the same. So, when I'm in she knows that if I'm dressy up top and, my farm girl shorts, we'll call them, on the bottom, Mom's getting ready to go do some recording or, something like that. She's got a business call. But if Mom's dressy up top and down below, she knows Mom's going out and Mom ain't going to be back in 10 minutes. If I go out in what I think are clean clothes, I'm probably just running to the mail. I'm now going to check the bus shorts from here on out because I'm telling you, I'll never live that down. Not a day in my life.
It was good. It was so good.
Well, now you got to share the story.
Well, I had mowed the lawn and I was wearing my shorts. Now I have the same pair of shorts because they're super comfy. So I have like three of the exact same pair of shorts. So that night I had gone and I had mowed all the lawn. Well, our tractor, me not knowing, had been parked underneath one of the evergreens and there was pitch on the seat. I didn't notice. Well, I spent, I don't know, probably 6 to 8 hours mowing the lawn. Because, you've seen the lawn. There's a little bit to do. And I didn't notice that I had a big old patch of pitch on the bottom on my butt cheek. The next morning, I got up and I had to run into town real quick to go get the mail and go to the village to pay for my gym membership and stop at the grocery store to grab a couple things. And it was pointed out to me gently that I had a giant black stain on the one ass cheek of my shorts and that I must be in a rush today because I'm normally a little bit more put together than that. Because when I'm in my work clothes, they look like work clothes. So my work jeans they're obviously work jeans. But these were obviously a nice pair of shorts that just happened to have this one big black old patch of pitch stuck to my ass. And I'm walking around town thinking I'm looking all right.
I think that's a good note to leave it on.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to be you, even if it means you're making a fool of yourself now and then.
Laugh at yourself and with other people at yourself.
Absolutely. Because laughter it gets you through some of the hardest times in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And good friends that love you for you and encourage you to be you guys, they're going to change your energy. They're going to uplift you and they're worth keeping around. They really, really are. So with that, we hope you had a fabulous Friday and joined us. Let us know where you're catching this. Leave us a comment. As always, we're streamed all over the place and it will be on Spotify later today. And yeah, we hope you all have a fabulous weekend and be you and embrace it.